Man, I'm walking different, talking different. Loved ones see the difference. I'm untalkative and distant. I guess I'm seeing true colors. Stealing this for suckers. Deport the Jerry Hellers and the Busters. Salute the good fellas and the hustlers.
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Chef The Matrix. Listen, this is big news, and especially coming from what we were previously doing on our channel. I'm going to be bringing sports in, and this is the perfect opportunity to talk sports into our wrestling and not make it seem kind of like a weird transition because George Kittle of the San Francisco 49ers put a tweet that literally was like, yo, whenever you want, I'm ready to kick down the doors, right, for AEW. Now, we know he's a big Pentagon Jr. fan. We've seen Pentagon Jr. give him the mask at a San Francisco 49ers game. When George Kittle does the touchdowns, he does the Shiedo Miedo thing and all that. Like, we get it. He's a big-time wrestling fan. He's a big Pentagon Jr. fan. Pentagon Jr., as of right now, is still with AEW. And it seems like George Kittle wants the wrestling bug. Now, what I will say, if I'm the GM of the San Francisco 49ers, Mr. John Lynch, I'm like, you must be out your motherfucking mind because I am not going to allow you to get in that ring and take any kind of fucking bump. That's not going to happen. The San Francisco 49ers are a legit Super Bowl contending team. They're not a team on the bubble where you're like, oh, they can make some noise in the playoffs. No, this is a team that from offense to defense can legit dominate a game. I mean, that defense is super legit. Their offense is prolific. I mean, they from Christian McCaffrey, who's going nuts there, stayed really healthy, which is surprising because he's always out with some kind of injury. He's been really healthy there. He's been absolutely killing it. You do have Brandon Ayuk, who wants out. Will he get traded? Will he get the bag? I don't know. Right? Like, that's not what we're talking about. But George Kittle, now salute to this guy because he was drafted in the 5th round. I think it's pick 146 or 147. It's in that 145 to 149 range. But a 5th round pick to have 5 Pro Bowls, and he's a 2-time All-Pro. I think it was 2019, 2023, where he really went absolutely, ham with it. But he's a massive part of that offense. Like between Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, these guys, that's the core, right? Like, and Kittle's only 30. It's not like he's 35, 36, where, his body's taking such a beating. You're like, hey, he's not really that guy no more. Nah, he's still putting up numbers. He's doing what he's doing. But if you tell me, all right, you know what, Kittle, we'll bring you to AEW, you could be like, you could do the dirty thing. You kind of get a cheap shot on a guy. As long as he does not get touched in any kind of way, I don't care because even if he tries to sell a punch and something happens, I'm not allowing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as the general manager, you have so much pressure on you to produce. And with this guy being a major part of that offense, there's no way I'm allowing him to take any kind of craziness in AEW. It's not going to happen. Off season, I might have said, you know what? All right, early in the off season, go do something as long as it's not too crazy. Have some fun. Get your kicks wherever you got to get them. Do what you got to do. But right now, we're in the preseason, right? Like, camps just opened up. Everybody's doing their thing. So, guys are going full steam now. You finally got the pads on. It's not unpadded. The games have started. You're not in the off season. Shit is now on and popping. So as much as I'm a fan of Kittle, and I think it'd be really cool to see him in a wrestling ring just to see what he's done, because there's been a few he was in Impact Wrestling a few years ago, well, a while ago. He was the running back for the Carolina Panthers. I was at the Impact Zone when he came in. Guy showed out. Like, he was in like a tag team match. Moose was there. It was all over the place. Like, he looked like an X Division guy. I don't want to say D'Angelo Williams, but it might have been. But it went absolutely crazy in Impact Wrestling. You're like, well, shit, this guy could have a career. We've seen former football players come in and absolutely do their thing. I mean, it's not hard to find a list. You know what I mean? So, do I like the idea of saying, well, you know what? When my career is getting closer to an end, maybe I want to hang it up. Maybe I'll jump into some wrestling, get my next bag. Fucking do it. And I think Kittle is such a fan of the game that it's not hard to now find some kind of camp or, something to go into when you start training and everything else. Where like before it was harder to find something. Nah, there's a million places to train. And at that point, if he was really serious about this and wanted to make this a second career, I'm sure someone like a Tony Khan would be like, look, I'll put you around the AR Foxes, all these guys who are super talented, and we'll bring you along. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be a dope look because he's got charisma, this guy, right? Like I said, I'm a fan, obviously. I'm not a set 49ers fan. I'm a Bills fan. I'm going to throw that out there now, but I love the game. I played the game. So, yes, I'm a fan of a team, but I'm more of a fan of players. Listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come on here. I'm going to have my brother come on. We're going to start this. I just want to throw a teaser where we are going to be talking sports, and this was like the perfect segue to say, yo, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring sports. We're going to talk some fantasy football. We're going to have matchups for the weekly. I want to do football. It's a lot easier for us because it's once a week. Now, if anything big happens in basketball, big trades, whatever, people get fired or whatever the thing was, we'll definitely jump on here, talk some shit. Maybe when the fake dream team wins gold this year, I'll probably jump on here, Dolo, talk some shit, But we're bringing sports to the Urban Wrestling Network, UWN. I'm excited for this. I'm a sports first guy. Obviously, we talk wrestling here, but we're going to transition to having wrestling and sports. So listen, like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. If you're a sports person, jump in, join the new family we're bringing in. So for myself, my entire team, names that will be being dropped later. I'm out of here. Deuces.